Turkey's parliament is expected to approve a constitutional amendment next week to ease the ban on headscarves for university students. Judy Sabral has more from Istanbul.
Another day and another headscarf protest, something that is now becoming a regular feature in Turkey. After years of being silenced, Turkish women who choose to wear the Islamic-style headscarf gathered in central Istanbul to demand the current ban on headscarves be lifted in universities. A demand that is now likely to be met after the ruling AK party and opposition party, the MHP, agreed on a proposal to lift it. The issue is expected to top the parliamentary agenda within days. The signs said it all. A woman wearing the headscarf stands in front of an amber traffic light, a metaphor for the life many of these women had to put on hold after they were kicked out of university. One such woman, Nuray Canan Bezirgan, told me that the ban had much deeper consequences on her life than she could have ever expected. Nuray recalled the day she was kicked out of university and the events that followed.
Two full bus of police officers came into the class, and I just shocked, and they detained me in the classroom and took me to jail. And then the second event happened on the way. I saw some of my friends were detained by the police. I just started to cry and please let them, they are just students and this is our right to protest, you know. They got me and with the 17 people, they put me in a jail again. I was pregnant and I was waiting twins. He was twins actually. They didn't care and they put me in a jail. They locked the door, and after 8 or 9 hours I opened my eyes in a hospital. I was very hungry, I was very painful, and I just noticed that the doctor explained me that I lost one of them.
After the loss of her child and the abuses she suffered by the Turkish state, Nuray travelled to the US with her family and applied for refugee status on the Canadian border. The Canadians granted Nuray the status she needed to start a new life. Nuray was fortunate to complete her education in Canada. With the ban being openly debated now for the first time in a decade, Nuray and her family have returned to Turkey to join the campaign.
The ban is continue, and I have a daughter right now, and she's growing, and I don't want to face her with this ban again. That's why I am here.
Others we spoke to at the protest told us how the ban had personally affected their lives.
My ex-wife was a member of the parliament, and she was kicked out of the parliament against the laws because she had a headscarf.
When was that?
It was in 1999. She's now living in the United States, teaching at a university.
Nuray told us that the lifting of the ban is just the first step in this struggle. She also called for the right to apply her education. Currently in Turkey, the headscarf ban applies in public office, preventing covered women from teaching or becoming doctors. Women here today are hoping that years of discrimination will soon be over and their basic human rights and freedoms will be respected, paving the way for their daughters to obtain a university education that they were prevented from. Jody Sabral, Press TV, Istanbul.
That's all the time we have for the main news here on Press TV.